altogether a remarkable leader. Until I met Marion, I wasn't clear how to channel my faith and commitment to social justice to make both a living and a difference in the world. I went to work for her at the Children's Defense Fund. She sent me to her home state of South Carolina to investigate the problem of black teenagers being incarcerated in adult jails. And when I look back at everything else I've done, whether it was going undercover in Alabama as a young woman to help expose segregated academies and strip them of their tax exemptions, or running the legal clinic at the University of Arkansas to represent prison inmates and poor families, it was all part of the same mission: to fight injustice and even the odds for those who have the odds stacked against them in life and in our society. That was true when, as First Lady, I worked with both Republicans and Democrats in Congress to create the Children's Health Insurance Program that covers 8 million children. It was true when, as the senator from New York, I worked with parents and doctors and community leaders to take on the epidemic of children's asthma in Harlem and the Bronx. It was true when I worked with the organization 100 Black Men to create the Eagle Academy, a public school here in New York City whose mission is serving young Black and Latino men. Or when I joined partners in New York, the congressional delegation like Charlie Rangel and Greg Meeks, to bring jobs and investment to underserved neighborhoods, and worked with leaders, including my great friend, the late Stephanie Tubbs Jones, to protect voting rights. It was true when I went to David Dinkins' annual conference last April at Columbia University and gave the first policy speech of my presidential campaign about reforming our criminal justice system and ending the era of mass incarceration. So what I have tried to do, what I intend to keep doing with your help, is to refuse to accept as normal the fact that Black men today are far more likely to be stopped and searched by police, charged with crimes, and sentenced to longer prison terms than white men convicted of the same offenses. And we have seen the toll that takes on families torn apart by excessive incarceration and children growing up in homes shattered by prison and poverty. I don't claim to have all the answers, but I do know how important it is that we address these issues, and I applaud the National Action Network for being the champion of this cause and helping to build momentum for reform. As your senator, I fought against racial profiling and the disparity in sentencing between